don't go anywhere, Jerry. I'm gonna be done shortly. I gotta do this little bit of a clip here on the intro, then we'll start splitting wood. Don't run away on me.
Don't lie to the people. This is take 10, take 11 now?
This is number 2.
Yeah, come on.
This is take 2. I got rambling off on a tangent there, and I don't like rambling off on a tangent. I'm pretty good at that.
They love listening.
Oh, I don't know why. Guys, it's Andrew here from Eastonmade Wood Splitter Sleigh. Welcome back to the Eastonmade channel. I am out here. I'm going to do my very first long form video on the Eastonmade EVO with the diesel on it. 74 horsepower diesel on this. You have probably seen this on Mike Morgan's channel. Mike has a lot of really great videos. If you want some really good content on this, Mike's done a lot of good breakdowns on cost on this, on maintenance. I don't think he's really run it a whole lot, but he's got a lot of really good videos on it. So if you're looking for good content to see on this EVO, he's got some. Adam Barba's got some really good videos of the gas, and Brad Firewood at the furnace has just got his EVO there. He's got a couple of good videos up too, so make sure you go and check those guys out on YouTube if you want to see more of this in action. So like I said, this is my first video of the EVO diesel here. We've been really busy. We've been this whole project really took us by surprise. We have I guess this little machine's kind of hit the market at the perfect time, and it's kind of the perfect machine for the market because it takes away a lot of the hindrances with a smaller processor. Like where you're gonna lose the time with a Firewood processor, guys, is little things like wood turning, wood plugging up, the infeed not bringing logs into the saw, the live deck. There's a lot of those little things that really add up. Those are where you're going to lose time with one of these small Firewood processors. And we've kind of we've pretty well eliminated a lot of it. Like the back end of the trough here, all the wood falls out of it really nice into the conveyor here. You can see it's got a nice wide chain on the infeed of it, and the log will roll to the inside. So normally you're always on the inside of the chainsaw bar there, so it's almost optimal pressure all the time on it. It has a log stop, so all your length is really consistent on it. We have a lot of wedge options for us. When you go to the diesel like this you get the 74 horse engine, you get the I think the pump's like 74 gallons per minute or something like that. The splitter cycles in just over 2 seconds. It's incredibly fast, and it's 30 tons, so that is something that you don't really see of really anywhere in the industry. This is a 30-ton cylinder cycling in just over 2 seconds. Like I said, it's incredibly fast. The wedge options 4, 6, 8, 12, and the 16-weight grid if you want it on this machine. And like I said, guys, this is a handy machine to run. If you're going to run a Firewood processor, this is probably the nicest running unit you're going to find right now on the market. I just went through, I split all this stuff earlier. I had a bunch of stuff to clean up. I'll show you here. I'll show you the controls first before I go over there, because the controls are really important on this. So it's single-handed auto cycle. You pull once on the auto cycle, it clicks off. You have your wedge up and down, your log deck forward and reverse. Your saw is automatic, so as soon as you clamp, the saw comes down, so it will always adjust the speed on it to be the optimal speed. So that's really nice. And then that's your infeed to bring your log into your log stop here. The controls on this, there is a low idle, there is a high idle, and then there is a run on it. So it's just a matter of cycling through them. So you don't need to hunt around trying to find the optimal RPM. It's already preset in the controller. The emergency stop here shuts off the saw if you do need to reach in or play around the saw when it's running. Ideally, you shut the engine off before you get in there and play around, but the E-stop is there to shut the saw off. Yeah, guys, this here is a really nice setup, because a lot of the machines on the market will have just manual levers up and down on them, or they'll have a whole, you almost need to be an octopus to run them. So this is a really, especially in this size of machine, like our bigger machines have the single joystick control. The 40C has a full auto mode on it, but in terms of a machine that's in this category, you're not going to find it, and it's easier to run. A couple other specs while I walk over here, show you what I got going on. The hydraulic tank on this is an 80-gallon hydraulic tank. A lot of the other ones in this category you're gonna see are like a 25 or 30-gallon hydraulic tank. That's the same size as what's on our 1222 wood splitter. So if you see a machine with that small of a hydraulic tank on it, you really got to ask yourself what they're doing and why it's so small, because there's obviously a lot of flow going through there. We only use air to return the saw on this, so we do have an air compressor on it. We have an air tank. There's other machines on the market that run a air return on the splitter, and they say it saves horsepower. Yes, it does. I've done this before on some of the really early Bell's machines. I think like number 10, 11, 12, and 13 were air return on them. What we found with that is there was a lot of maintenance with the splitter cylinder. Every time you stroke, you're putting a little bit of oil into that air tank, and then after a while with that big cylinder, if you don't do the maintenance, you're gonna blow the tank up. So we just use it on the saw. The saw cylinder is very small. It acts more or less like an accumulator on it. So that's why we do it that way. So like I said, guys, we had a couple of these like odd piles. We had a couple over here, whatever. So I tidied those up today, or one of those up over here, and it was incredibly handy to run that machine. Those are the sticks of wood, that little scraggly stuff, the stuff that's crooked with burls on it, stuff like that. We try not to put them in a video because it doesn't look good. Like normally it's more screwing around, you're playing with the wood, and it just, people want to see the machine perform, in my opinion. So that's what I'm going to do today, is I'm going to run the scraggly stuff through it for you. I'm going to, like you can see, we have like, oh, there's knots there. It's not a perfect piece of wood. There's some of this smaller scraggly stuff. There's that one there is sort of like a banana. It'll probably go in there. So I'm going to throw some of this wood on. I'm just going to grab a scoop of this wood, throw it on. But this is firewood, guys. This is what it is. Like, we're not going to be running perfect saw logs all of the time. That's not what firewood is. If we run saw logs all the time, it would be a wonderful thing. But I'm going to show you kind of what one random scoop out of my log pile is, how it runs through this machine, because like I said, it's a really handy machine to run. It's a nice setup. You're not screwing around with the wood, and it's efficient. It's very efficient. Like, here it is here, guys. Here's the engine. Gage has done a really nice job tidying up this engine enclosure here. Everything's really easy to access. Air filter is really easy to get out. Dipstick, oil fill, oil change. It's all right there for you. Like I said, an 80-gallon tank. It's got a good size oil cooler on it to keep it nice and cool. Another cool thing that we run on this, a lot of companies aren't doing, is we actually run a slew bearing setup for the saw, so the saw pressure is always consistent going through the wood. This is one of the big keys to how this performs so well and how it's so smooth and so efficient. There's one other brand that I know of that's running a setup like this, but so far we're the only guys doing that. If you look at a big, if you look at any of the big harvesters, this is how they're doing it. It's expensive, guys, but it's one of those things that it's going to last you forever, and it's proper. It's going to be right. Anyways, guys, I'm going to quit rambling on. Like I said, I've been talking too much already. I'm going to go hop in the skid steer. We've got the FG96 grapple on the front of the skid steer. I'll grab one scoop with it. I'll throw it up on there, and I'll just show you how, again, just one random scoop out of the wood pile runs through this. It's not perfect wood. Some of it's small, some of it's scraggly, some of it's going to be okay. And we're just running the 6-way wedge through it here too, guys. Like, I'm not gonna run like an ideal bunch of wood through a 16-way or 12-way. We're just gonna run the six-way wedge to show you kind of that, like, typical everyday kind of running with this machine. Like I said, it is a nice setup to run. If you've been looking at one of these, the price did go up this week, so if you have a quote, a formal quote from us, you got 30 days to call us and order one of these. If not, it's the new price, so just make sure you're aware of that, guys. I'm gonna hop in the skid steer. I'll show you guys how it runs. amazing, like even like that last piece, that really bony, knobby stuff still goes through it good.
Like a breeze.
And like that one that was like, that one little guy, it had all the knobs sticking off the side that were catching the saw, but even at that, like...
Yep, quick adjustment and away she goes.
Yeah, like that's awesome. That machine is freaking incredible. That is probably one of the nicest firewood processors I've ever run. Like you're always gonna have the little stuff like turn sideways and stuff on it, but like...
It's all accessible though.
Oh, it's awesome. Like I just... That's awesome.
Home run, Andrew.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I'm excited with that thing. It works good. Where do you put my controller? Oh, there it is.
You gonna put another deck on?
No, probably not. I think I want speedy eye and stuff.
Was the cooler running?
I don't think so, no. You know, I think the Jeremy Bell cameos are the best part of the whole show now, right?
It's the worst because I know the camera's on and I feel like I'm being awkward.
I can make it awkward.
I know you can. I gotta get comfortable so I can make it awkward.
Oh yeah! Thanks, Jer.
Yeah, ready?
We're doing a cast someday, eh?
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Guys, that has to be one of the smoothest running firewood processors I've ever had. I've ever used, and I've used them all. I've used every brand. I've been around them all. This is all I've done for a big part of my life. That is the nicest running processor on the market right now, and at a very, very reasonable price point. Like, it is less than the cost of a pickup truck for that thing, and you're not going to lose money on. If you're looking at buying a new work truck this year, buy one of these things and make yourself some money. Like obviously if you're a bigger producer, if you're doing really high volumes of firewood, a couple thousand cord a year, 4,000 or 5,000 cord a year, you probably want to look at our 48s here or 60s here, bigger machines where you can sit in a cab, you're nice and comfortable. But if you're the type of guy that's going to go out and maybe do 300, 400, 500, 1,000 cord a year, this thing's awesome. Or if you're a bigger producer looking for a supplementary processor to have around the yard that's not going to break the bank, and you're going to be able to run commercially and run hard every day, you're not going to get much better than this thing. I am absolutely ecstatic with how well these machines perform, how well they run, how nice they are to operate. Like there's even like lots of things like the whole beam's AR400 on it. So the wear plates are actually steel all the way around. So like the wear on it is gonna last a long time for you. Like it's like even like the grab arm and stuff. It's a proper pivot up there. It's not like a little rinky-dink kind of clamp that's bent like that. That's all 3/4 inch plate. Like I said, guys, if you're looking at an entry-level firewood processor, this is well above entry level, but priced as such. Like, this is an entry level price point on one of these machines. You're going to be able to buy some machines that are less expensive than this, but you're going to be all around this price point. We have gas, we have diesel options for this machine. Yeah, you won't be disappointed in this machine, guys. Oh, conveyor pivot. So I haven't shown that yet. Conveyor pivots on it too. If you look at Adam Barba from Hometown Acres, his is pivoted the one way to get up into his drum tumbler. That is one thing we do have coming up. Actually, we do have a drum tumbler coming up. We should have it done in the next 3 or 4 weeks. I think the guys are just pushing into production. If you're looking for an affordable drum tumbler, an affordable way to clean your firewood, this is going to be incredibly affordable. It's going to be easy enough for you to move. You have a tractor or something like that you don't have the big lift capacity to like lift up one of the disc screeners. This thing's going to be really, really nice for you. And that's something, again, it's stuff that the market the firewood market needs, that you guys as producers, as people that are making firewood, you need to have solutions that are cost effective, that are affordable, that are gonna last, and gonna help your business grow too, guys. Anyways, like I said, guys, thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate tuning in. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate the overwhelming response we've got from this. This one's going out to Nick Smith. Thank you, Nick. He was one of the first guys to pull the trigger on one. He's been pretty excited about getting this. Nick, you're not going to be disappointed in this thing. It is absolutely incredible. Anyways, guys, thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down on the bottom. Hope to see you on the next one. Take care.